Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Vinny X Wolf's YouTube page. YouTube page named after myself and my father. Now, I'm working on a little project. Some of you may recognize the music in the background coming from Madden NFL 17. Working on a little project for my Super Bowl of the Month club on Facebook. If you want to join, go ahead, we're open. The project is something I discovered about 12 years ago, known as the alternate Super Bowl. Now, what's the alternate Super Bowl? Well, basically, it's an alternate reality. It's an alternate reality where the losers of the conference championships won. And the Super Bowl is different. For instance, this year, since most of you would be familiar with the fact that the New England Patriots beat my Atlanta Falcons 34-28 in overtime. But what if the Super Bowl, what if the conference championships had gone the other way? What if Green Bay had played Pittsburgh in the Super Bowl? That's what the alternate Super Bowl is. It's something I stumbled across on a thread about 12, 13 years ago. People talking about, well, what ifs. And I got to thinking, that's kind of cool. So I started memorizing what the games could have been. As I was working at the golf course at the time, and while I was mowing greens, I would think about, all right, in '66, Dallas and Buffalo lost the conference, then the league championships, and Green Bay and Kansas City went on Super Bowl I. So I always thought, well, what if Dallas had played Buffalo? How would the Super Bowl have gone? So now, let's fast forward to 2017. I get this idea to start the Super Bowl of the Month Club, where once a month we talk about various Super Bowls, one per month. And in March of 2017, we're on Super Bowl I. So I said, that would be a good time to put my alternate Super Bowl theory to use. Now, how am I going to do this? Well, I play Madden 17, and, I've always loved video games and Madden football, and one thing you have is simulations. In fact, some of you may know that I simulated Super Bowl 51 on the computer. And it got the Patriots beating the Falcons, which unfortunately turned out to be true. So I said, well, I could do that. I go in, you can rename players. Certain things you can't change, like skin color or height and weight, but you can go create players. So for some on the roster, I've created players. For some, I've renamed them. And right now, I'm going to load to show you the progress. The 1966 Dallas Cowboys are finished. And I got about 10, 12 players left with the Buffalo Bills. And tomorrow evening, yes, I want to load. Tomorrow evening, I will simulate the alternate Super Bowl I, and then once a month for the next 55 months, because it will take 55 to catch up to current, I'll simulate each alternate Super Bowl on the last Sunday of the month. Last Sunday that way, because originally, when I was little, my first few Super Bowls occurred on the last Sunday of January. So, let me get into a little bit about what tomorrow is going to be and how I'm doing it. I'm using Football Database to see the rosters, starters. I'm going to put this down while I load something. Alright. Now, spinning around. As you can see from the Bills roster, oops, I don't know what I did. No, I don't want to enter a new file. No. That was almost scary. Okay, as you can see right there, highlighted. There we go. Mike Stratton, Ray Carlton, Bobby Burnett, Billy Shaw. Of course, you can see that I just used some of the existing Bills and remade them. Albert DeBenion, Ed Rukowski, Jack Kemp. And I've done that with the Cowboys. And tomorrow, I will simulate alternate Super Bowl I and put it on YouTube. Now, of course, there are problems with this. It's Madden 17, it's not Madden 66. So, I mean, the rules are the current rules, NFL rules. The equipment is the current NFL equipment. The announcers are the two guys that did the announcing for Madden 17. It's not going to be Kurt Gowdy or Pat Summerall or, as we move forward, John Madden and all that. Which is unfortunate, but, unless we can convince the NFL to really dig into, letting EA Sports really create a historical game, that's what we're going to get. The other thing is you can't create stadiums. I might be able to use the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum for Super Bowl 1. But for Super Bowl 2 and 3, I can't use the Orange Bowl. Rice Stadium and Tulane Stadium, if I use the closest city, New Orleans and Houston, they're going to be domes and not... Super Bowl 4 at Tulane Stadium was a rainy, cold, miserable day. And so I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Maybe you guys can give me some suggestions. The other thing is, the rules, obviously, get back to the rules. The equipment, it's modern. It's going to be wide open passing, more likely. The Packers sweep might not, well, the Packers didn't make it, but the Cowboys, Dandy Don Meredith is, I tried to recreate him as best I could, but, I wasn't alive back then, so it's not perfect. Now let's get into Super Bowl 1. And once a month, on the Saturday before, the night before, I'll do this video to kind of get into you, so you understand who is playing, who is in Ultimate Super Bowl 1. The Dallas Cowboys lost the NFL championship game in real life. I think it was 34-27 when Don Meredith threw an interception in the end zone. So you say, well, how am I doing this alternate universe? Did he complete that pass? Going over to... No. The entire game, 100%, is flipped. So, in the NFL Championship, Bart Starr threw the interception in this universe, not Don Meredith. That way, any injuries that potentially could have been affected didn't, But for instance, in 1990, when Joe Montana got rocked and taken out of the NFC title game in real life, how would I explain that he's starting Super Bowl 25 in my alternate universe? Well, because it wasn't Joe Montana that got rocked, it was Jeff Hostetler in this alternate universe. So I hope you enjoy. Tomorrow evening, at some point during the evening, I will upload it to YouTube, and it'll be live for everybody to see. And like I said, hopefully, once a month we'll get the alternate Super Bowl going. Good luck to Buffalo Bills fans and unfortunately you two Dallas Cowboy fans, and we will see you soon.